guys, what's up? My name is Sophia and I have my first practicum shift today and I'm so excited slash nervous slash just all the emotions. So it is my first one. It is overnight, a 12-hour shift with my preceptor who I've never met before, and it is in the multi-system ICU. I'm super excited. I'm very interested in the ICU and caring for critical patients. So hopefully this experience will definitely give me that definite answer on this is something that I see myself doing, and if not, then I gotta look at other options. But regardless, I'm definitely gonna learn a lot. But yeah, I just wanted to take you guys on this day and how my shift went because I am very much in the dark. I would say I never met my preceptor and I really don't know what is going to go on. I'm usually I'm used to clinicals, but with practicum it's very you're very independent your final semester, so it's just me and a preceptor, so I just really know nothing about anything, just how the day is going to go, and I like some structure. So yeah, I'm just going into this head first basically, but I'm very excited. I'm just very excited. So I have to be at the unit at 6:45. It's 5:40 right now, definitely kind of early. I live an hour away from the hospital. I usually call the hospital, so I definitely wanted to be here on time. And there's something about just being in your car for a good 30 minutes to an hour just by yourself, listen to music. But yeah, so I got everything ready. I have all my supplies I'm going to put on me, like my stethoscope, my scissors, some pens, goggles, and all that jazz. And then I'm going to head to the unit a little early. I've never been to this unit, so I really do not know where it's at. So that's another good thing of being early on time, so you have time to get lost and stress out a little bit. But I will let you know how everything goes at 8 a.m. or something like that. All right guys, wish me luck, and yeah. Hey guys, what's up? 7:24 and I just finished my first night shift, 12-hour practicum shift in the ICU. So I want to talk to you guys about it. I didn't eat at all today. I didn't even take a break, so I'm hungry, I'm tired, and that is not a good match. But anyways, I'm okay. So what I'm having right now is totally not appetizing. It's wheat bread, turkey, meat from the container, so all those preservatives, so not even from the deli but from the container. So that's it. So not really that appetizing, but it's totally fine, and I'm eating it and it's enjoyable, kind of. Maybe I'm just so hungry that it's enjoyable, whatever. So I get to the unit, and as I'm walking there, my nerves definitely started coming up. I actually started getting kind of nervous a little bit, but get to the unit, I go into the break room. Everyone there they were kind of already talking to people. I kind of felt very what's that called? I didn't belong there, I guess. Obviously I'm an introvert, so I guess that is not really to my advantage in situations like this. But anyways, so I'm with my preceptor and she's literally everything, and I'm so happy I have her as my preceptor. She did tell me that June 18th is her last day and she's going to be on leave, and I'm obviously going to have shifts after June 18th, so I'm going to have to find a new preceptor. And I did speak to the nurse educator there. She approached me and told me about that too, and that she's going to find a new preceptor for me. But I love my preceptor now, and I wish I had her for the whole duration of time, but hopefully the one that I have for the next half of my practicum experience, I learn from that one as well, because there's pros and cons. You don't want to stay with the same teacher the whole time, because maybe how they teach, you want to learn how different people do things and approach things, so you can see which one's best and put two and two together and see what you like better. But then obviously having one preceptor only, what if you guys don't get along? You know what I'm saying? So I get to the unit. We go over, patients. So in the ICU, you're supposed to have two patients. If there is a patient who was on CRRN, I think that it is. It's I don't know if that's the word. It's CRRT. It's just renal dialysis therapy. And if they're on that, then that nurse will only be assigned one patient. So mine was assigned two. One of them was a PCU patient who actually got transferred out. But I think maybe I was 3 hours in. There was a code blue, so when there's a code, it's on the intercom of the hospital, and I'll tell you what unit is. So this was at the PCU, which is very close to where I was, walking distance, 3 minutes. So when a code is called, it is at least 2 ICU nurses have to go to the PCU unit to help with the code. So I went with my preceptor to the code, into the room and everything, and there was a lot of people in the room. I went into the room to see if they needed help or anything, but there was a lot going on and I didn't want to be in anyone's way. I just didn't want to. I stayed in the corner, but then the doctor was like, there's so many people in here, if you are not doing anything, please get out of the room. So I got out of the room, totally. I don't want to be in anyone's way, because obviously this is a patient's life in hand. So as I was walking to the unit, they were just screaming, obviously. It kind of reminded me of me being in that situation. With my dad, not very specific as to their situation, but different, but kind of the same. It just reminded me of myself, kind of. So there was just a lot going on in the room. According to my preceptor, she said that it was not organized, and if there was a code in the ICU, it would have definitely been more organized, and everyone knew what they were doing. Everyone knew who was gonna be pushing the medication into the person. Yeah, and I guess when you're doing CPR chest compressions, you're supposed to do it for 2 minutes, and I guess it was disorganized according to the ICU nurse. I just don't know what to compare it to, but I kind of thought it was good. Obviously, like there's a lot going on, you know. Adrenaline is kind of high right now. But you know, when they're like, hey, I need this, or hey, push this, hey, stop, hey, we need to check a pulse, like, I don't know, I kind of thought it was, like, I'm like, wow, like the communication is great, but I guess it wasn't. I don't really know. But once the doctor told me to like, he didn't specifically tell me to leave, but he just said, you know, which I was included in not doing anything. I was just out of the room, and I was with the daughter, and I was just with 2 of the family members. You know, in that situation, there's really not much to say, like, at all, but I was just there with them, just like kind of like holding them, I guess, like, you know, like that, because it sucks, and there really is nothing to say that is going to help in any situation like this. So I guess just being there is good. So unfortunately, the patient did not make it, but after that, we all just went with our day and pretend like nothing ever happened. Yeah, so we get back into the unit, and we just start doing what we are supposed to do. I definitely like, I was like, can you please tell me how to do this? I really want to learn. So I learned more about the arterial line. Still have a lot to learn about that. I learned that like you have to have it like leveled to like, I guess where your armpit is or something. And that is just like a continuous blood pressure monitoring. It's most accurate too. What else? I learned more about BiPAP, not really though, but just I just saw it being done, and I've never seen that being done before. Let's see what else. I did an enema. Obviously no one really is excited and like comes to work wanting to do that, but you know, I want to do everything that I can. So I did that, you know what I'm saying? I gave some injections, like heparin. I feel like a majority of people get heparin just to prevent blood clots, because a lot of the people are immobile and they're not like walking a lot. So when you are immobile and just laying in bed, you are definitely at risk for blood clots. So they give heparin, and they also can give they can put like these boots on, or like SCD sleeves, and that kind of like vibrates to help prevent blood clots and get things moving, since you're not like walking and ambulating and all that stuff. What else? I learned more, but I kind of just like can't think right now. I had a good experience. My preceptor is very, very nice. I get along with her. I don't feel scared to ask her questions. You know, like sometimes like you may not want to ask a question because you feel like someone's gonna make fun of you or judge you or think it's a stupid question. And I didn't feel like that with her. I'm obviously willing to learn, and I want to learn. And yeah, so I didn't feel like I had to like hold myself back, you know. I didn't really get to look at the charts just because my username wasn't working for some reason. I don't know why, but when she took her break, I asked if I can like look at the charts just so I'm more aware of the history, because I didn't really know the history that well. I gave some medications, and the medications that were prescribed, we were taught this obviously in pharm, but I kind of forgot a lot of them, and I was like, whoa, like I forgot this stuff. I need to know this stuff. So I wrote some meds down so I can just like look it over. So also in the ICU, obviously these patients are really sick, and a lot of them are not going to make it. So I definitely but I've seen just like some ethical situations with and I guess like drama with like family and everything. Just talking, like just learning from in school and stuff. A tip with like your life, make sure like, so an advanced directive, that's like someone that if you are ever maybe like not conscious, like who's going to make your decisions for you. So you obviously want to have that person like who's going to take your best interest in mind, compared to someone who may just be thinking of themselves, which is not like, I don't know, when you're not in the medical field, you may just be like, no, like, oh, he needs to live, but it's like, coming from an outside perspective or in the medical sense, it's like this person's suffering and they're not going to get better and they're in pain, and you're just keeping them alive because you want them alive. Like, do they really want this? So you kind of see that. You see like and with like patients' charts and stuff and history, like you can just be like, hey, don't tell this person something, like don't tell my daughter this, like, because I'm in charge, you know, I'm the, what is that called? Guys, I can't think right now. It's not power of attorney. What is it? It's just a person who makes your decisions for you. You just want that person to be someone that like will take what you want into consideration and hopefully do what you want to be done to you, because they're definitely able to override what you say, even if it's on your living will. Just say in your living will, you say like, I don't want to be resuscitated. Let's just say if like a cardiac arrest. So, but they say that, but that doesn't mean that's going to happen. It's really whoever is in charge of your decisions if you were to be unconscious. And if they don't have that written down, it goes to your spouse and then your adult children. So that can also be like iffy. Let's just say like your patient like and the spouse were separated, but it was never like legally divorced, they're still able to make the decisions for you. Or let's just say that they don't have a spouse and they have like one child, and that adult children, they haven't spoken like 50 years or something, they are in charge of making your decisions for you. So I guess advice, make sure like on your advance directive you write who you want to be the person who is going to make your decisions, and make sure that person like thinks about what you want instead of what they want, you know. But obviously when you are in that situation, emotions run high, and you're not in your right state of mind when you see a loved one in the hospital, because it sucks. But great experience. I still feel kind of uncomfortable just because I don't really know any of the nurses. I don't know any of the providers and stuff. Some of them don't really talk to you, which is, I don't talk to them either, so it goes both ways. But I am on the shy, I don't know if it's shy, not shy, quiet. I am on the quiet side for sure. It does take me a while to get used to people. And there's definitely some people that it's easier for me to be more compatible with, and my preceptor is someone that is easy for me to get along with. So yeah, I asked her, I'm like, hey, like, is there like anything that I should like do homework on, basically? She's like, no, I just want you to gain like that hands-on experience, because like we're not taught that in school, and especially coming from me, like I struggle with that because I wasn't taught that in school, obviously. So she's like, you're gonna learn so much more, and yeah, she's just willing to teach me, and I really appreciate that a lot. And I also think, coming from a student, to not like correct, you know, nurses, I guess, because you also don't want to be like a know-it-all when someone's trying to teach you. But yeah, so hopefully this was helpful. You know, I just talked, and I'm tired. That's all I know, I'm tired. But I had a good experience. I'm obviously gonna be nervous again Saturday. Yeah, I just really happy about my preceptor, and only downside I would say is I don't really know a lot of people on the floor, and my personality kind of is not like a lot of other people's, where I feel like majority of are extroverts, and yeah, but whatever, you know. I do like the ICU, and I could 100% see myself working in the ICU. And although these patients are critical, depending on everything goes, maybe I won't do it after I graduate, but maybe I will. And what my dad always taught me was, I've always been so hard on myself, like always. And like, even for instance, when I worked at a restaurant, I was like, oh my god, I'm so stupid, I don't know how to do this, like I'm never gonna learn how to be a cashier. And he always taught me, he's like, if they can do it, you can do it, you know. And like there's nothing different about this person compared to you. And I need to keep on remembering that, because it's like I'm so like, I compare myself a lot to other people, and then I'm just very hard on myself in general. And then like I just need to be like, okay, they can do this, like I can do this, you know what I'm saying? So it's just more, if you have the drive, like if you have that like motivation and that want to like always do better, then yeah, and obviously with experience too. But yeah, I guess a plus side of being so hard on yourself is always wanting to do better, but just never being satisfied. So I don't know. But yeah, guys, I am happy. I learned a lot just for one shift, and I have 13 more to go. So yeah, I am going to go home now, pass out, and then wake up and study. Alrighty guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully you guys learned something. And yeah, let me just make this turn, and then